Snap. And threading the needle. Thielen's going to get in there for the touchdown. And that's going to put the Panthers up by 2 scores here with no time left in the third quarter. So we see the team doing the stanky leg or something. I don't know this dance. I got to learn it. Welcome to the NFL. Bryce Young here on Monday Night Football. Thielen breaks the tackle and gets it into the end zone. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Bryce Young franchise. We have, in this new game in Madden 24, if you're doing player lock, you don't have to really do much. There's no practice. There's no, we can look at the league news, I guess, if we want to, but why should we right now? I mean, we'll eventually start looking at the standings, the X Factor database, the stats, stuff like that, the schedule. We could look at the schedule, I guess. We've kind of already looked at the team a little bit. I mean, there's not much there. We're playing against the Saints today at home, so that'll be a good one. Yeah, I played that game twice. That's because apparently I didn't have it on player lock correctly the first time I started playing and recording, and so I was controlling all the players. So I had to quit and figure out what setting I didn't have set correctly. I looked at it. Bryce Young is a superstar. He unlocks his first superstar trait ability when he gets to level 75. So let's see what we can do to get him there to 75 as soon as possible. And also, our goal for this week's game is throw a touchdown pass, I think, or score a touchdown. I think it's throw a touchdown pass. It could be score a touchdown. I can't remember now. I just looked at it and I automatically already forgot. Demario Davis, middle linebacker, had 8 tackles and a sack last week. And here he is, Bryce Young, the first round draft pick. Miles Sanders coming over from the Eagles, right? Lattimore, one of their top players on defense for the Saints. He's another, popular name cornerback. We got to watch out for him, because he is probably going to get some interceptions against us based on the way we've been playing the last couple weeks. Well, let's not let it scare us too much. We're going to let's try to jump out to an early lead. Oh, yeah, I forgot they have Derek Carr on the team. That's a little weird seeing that. And this could be a big game. Derek Carr with a new team. Bryce Young starting in week 2 of his NFL rookie season, and we're gonna get the ball here second, as the Saints were unable to make any moves there offensively. And we're gonna hand it off to Sanders, who has a big hole and gets about 3 yards on the play. Had 17 rushes last week for 68 yards, no touchdowns. As we are going to continue to rely heavily on the run game here until we are able to really get Bryce Young cooking. So far, things are looking good. Defensive scheme is matching up well with our offensive scheme. As Sanders breaks a couple of tackles, gets down the field. He now has 10 rushes on the day. 3rd and inches is where we're at here, so we might as well hand it off to the big man. He's not really big, I guess, but all right. And the snap. There's this opening for him. He's going to get a first down and more, as there is an injury timeout on the field. Carolina as an offensive lineman, Mouton. Not familiar with this guy's name, so I don't know. Okay. So a new set of downs here. We're already on the 42-yard line. Looking to, and the snap. Gonna dump it off to Hurst across the middle, getting about 8 yards on the play. That's a good way to get things warmed up for Bryce Young. We got to have that bounce back game from last week. 2nd and 2. And the snap. Hurst wide open again, as there was nobody there really to take him. And so that's going to give us a new set of downs here after 2 back-to-back completions by Bryce Young. He definitely took advantage of watching the film this week, because so far, both running and through the air, it's been looking good for the Carolina Panthers. Miles Sanders couldn't decide on that cutback or not. Offensive lineman didn't really follow the block very well. That's going to leave us a 2nd and 7 here with just under 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Young taking a look. Hard counts. And the snap. It's a counter play, but Sanders bounces it back to the left as there was nowhere to go behind that offensive lineman. And he gets a couple of yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. As Young now lined up again out in the shotgun. Snap. And there it is. Another wide open player down in the middle of the field. This one's Chenault Jr. As they are clearing out the middle of the field for some reason. I'm not really sure what the defensive game plan is. It looks like they brought a couple extra defenders into the backfield there trying to put some pressure on Bryce Young. It didn't quite work in their favor, as now there is a 1st and goal here on the 8-yard line. Young making an audible at the line of scrimmage. And the snap is handoff to Sanders, who bounces off a lineman that gets pushed back into the backfield. But he still manages to get a yard off the play. That's going to be 2nd and goal now. Young lined up under center. Oh, it's a play action. And that one's going to get knocked away. So he makes a throw to the deep corner of the end zone. Third and goal. Big play for the Panthers here. And the snap. He gets hit as he throws it. And the ball goes wide, ducking all over the place. Not really sure who was the who hit him there on that one, but that's going to end up bringing us to a 4th and goal. And we're probably going to have to kick a field goal here. We do get away with 3, and the Carolina Panthers have the lead now with the ball back here with just under a minute played in the second quarter so far. Carolina getting good field position again, just about midfield. Sanders with a big run, and he has daylight, and he's going to take it to the house. That was about 60 yards on the ground for Miles Sanders. And whoa, nobody even touched him in that entire run. As we're going to get another look here on Monday Night Football. He just goes right up the middle just about and takes it to the house. That's going to give the Panthers a 10-0 lead. Unbelievable. Well, I didn't expect that at all. That's a big play for the Carolina Panthers there. New Orleans drives down the field, ends up settling for a field goal. With 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter, Carolina in the lead 10-3 with the ball. And they're going to hand it off to Sanders again. Nowhere to go this time. And he's going to be stopped short. Or just about the line of scrimmage, I should say. So 2nd and 10. Young lined up in the shotgun. Miles Sanders to his left. And the snap. Good snap. And he gets it off to a screen to his left side. And Sanders has more daylight. He gets it about 10 yards down the field for a first down before getting knocked out of bounds. And that's going to put the ball at the 36-yard line. And a new set of downs for Carolina as they're going to pay attention to the clock here with 4 minutes left to play. Young making an adjustment at the line. And the snap. He's going to quick toss it over to Chark Jr. and unable to come down with it. That was poor accuracy, overthrown. Lattimore on the coverage there. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. 4 minutes left. Young under center. I formation. Fullback comes into the game, number 45. And the snap, stretch play to the left. Sanders has some room there behind his fullback, but defender gets in there or in between the two and makes the tackle, and that's only a yard gained on the play. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. As we take a look at the defensive alignment. Snap. And he's got a shot in open on the out route deep, and he breaks his tackle on the stiff arm. And a huge play for Hurst and Young. And that's going to give Young 83 yards passing so far here in the first half as he just drops this one in over Lattimore and another defender there. In the stiff arm as we get the 360 view here on Monday Night Football. Hurdles another guy. Big play there. We get a new set of downs now here on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Just under 3 minutes left to play in the half. Snap. Hand off to Sanders. And again, nowhere to go. He does get a yard on the play. Sanders now with 10 attempts. He looks a little gassed out there today. Rightfully so. He's had a pretty good first half. And he's going to get it over to Chark Jr. on the drag route. And he comes down with it. That's going to be a new set of downs as we get a 1st and goal now. And there we are taking the 2-minute warning. Carolina up 10-3 as we're going to take this one into a commercial break. And here we are back again. 1st and goal on the 7-yard line for Carolina. Carolina looking to go up 17-3, up by 2 scores into halftime as there is a blitz up the middle. Sanders is stuffed. Loss of a yard on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And I don't know if they keep playing that kind of defense, they're going to have a hard time getting the ball into the end zone. Young is in the shotgun again. Oh, and they're bringing the house. He dumps it off to Sanders because he needed to get rid of that ball quick. And that's going to eclipse the 100-yard mark now for Bryce Young. 3rd and goal on the 3-yard line. This is a big play for them. And the snap out of shotgun. And a bad decision there by Bryce Young as he throws it into heavy coverage. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. So they're going to stall out here on the 3-yard line. We'll take a look and see what the coach decides. 3 yards. They could go for it. They could kick a field goal to go up by 2 scores before halftime. And they end up, I guess, going for it and not getting it because it's now 10-3 here. And we're going into the second half. Carolina getting the ball to start things here in the second half. 10-3 is the play. The RPO, handoff to Sanders. He cuts it up the middle, gets about 3 yards on the play. Sanders now closing in on 100 yards for the day. Young with an audible at the line of scrimmage. Out of shotgun, the snap. A quick throw, and it's over to Chark Jr. He's going to come down with it for 3 yards on the quick slant. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 now.
Okay, ready?
Young, lone back in the backfield. Or no back, I should say. Shotgun. He's going to dump it off to Hurst over the middle. And again, nobody's really been covering him today. He's been open for the most part, most of the game. Our game plan did not account for him as this is a breakout game for Hurst. He's been around for a while, but not really somebody that you could count on week in and week out, but they're really hoping that you can count on him this year. Young under the center calls an audible on the play. Snap. Oh, it's a play action. And there's a guy in his face. He's able to get the ball off just in time. And luckily there was nobody there. That was a dangerous play by Young. Yeah, actually, there was nobody there protecting him. It was it's dangerous all around. Young with another audible. And the snap. 2nd and 10. He's going deep to Chark Jr. Comes up with it. What a great catch. No, incomplete. Incomplete. It's now 3rd and 10. And not exactly what I thought. He came down with it. They rolled it incomplete. 3rd and 10 on the 44-yard line. Snap. Another play action. He's going deep across the middle. Oh, my gosh. Number 6 there to knock it away. That's May. And looks like New Orleans made some halftime adjustments. They've been able to kind of snuff him out there as this series stalls out. I believe this was one of the only ones where they were unable to get into the red zone, but it doesn't work out anyways as they end up handing the ball back over to Carolina. 3 minutes left here in the 3rd. Carolina has the ball on the 20-yard line after a punt. And Sanders taking the counter play to the left side. It's good for a yard. That's going to be a 2nd and 9. Young in shotgun. Sanders to his right. The snap. And he goes across the middle to Chark Jr., who comes up with it, gives a new set of downs. But there is an injury timeout on the field for New Orleans as Bryce comes up holding his arm. He's going to go take a look at that on the sidelines. A new set of downs here on the 31-yard line. Carolina again up by 7. And the snap, counter play again. Sanders goes up the middle with it. And they're going to say no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. They are starting to stuff the run a little bit. And this could be a dangerous play. And somehow Thielen comes up with it. I don't know how he did that. There was traffic there. They went to make the interception and were unable to bat it down or come up with it. And it goes right through the defender's hands there and into Thielen's hands. Lattimore. Wow. What a dangerous play that was for Young, but what a great, accurate throw it ended up being. Young making an adjustment. 5 seconds left on the play clock. The snap. Play action. You got a wide open Chenault across the middle there. Young didn't feel like he had much time there to read the defense and go deeper on the play. I believe there was probably someone open further down the field, but he needed to get the ball out quick. 43 seconds left here in the 3rd. And Carolina driving. Again, a loss of a yard on the play. They have really decided to step up on the run defense here the second half. So 2nd and 11. And that one's almost picked off, thrown to Thielen. Across the middle, Taylor there to knock it away. As at first, it looked like Thielen was going to be open on the cut, and then it didn't pan out that way. Snap. And threading the needle. Thielen's going to get in there for the touchdown. And that's going to put the Panthers up by 2 scores here with no time left in the third quarter. So we see the team doing the stanky leg or something. I don't know this dance. I got to learn it. Welcome to the NFL. Bryce Young here on Monday Night Football. Thielen breaks the tackle and gets it into the end zone. Bryce Young really looking like he's coming into his own here in the second game of the season. And again, New Orleans, they settle for a field goal. And it looks like the game plan here will be to try to run the clock. They are up. Oh, big hole up the middle for Sanders. He's going to get 10+ yards on the play. And that's going to give us a new set of downs as the ball is now on the 40-yard line. Sanders now over 100 yards on the day. Young in shotgun. Sanders to his left. 1st and 10. Snap. It's a run play action. Play option, sorry. An RPO. Sanders gets 3. Carolina with 300 yards of total offense today. A big difference compared to last week's game. And not much there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now. 3rd and 4 on the 47-yard line. No back set. And the snap. And that's going to be, oh, that should have been picked off. And Carolina gets away with one there as they should have picked that one off. That's going to result in a 4th down, and they will probably punt this one away. Carolina up by 11 with about 5 minutes left, and they're going to get the ball back here. And they got a good field position as they get a turnover. And they're on the 25-yard line. Play action. And that's going to be to Thielen across the middle on the play action. Bootleg. And now they are Carolina knocking on the door again as it is a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. I mean, Thielen had all day to sit there and watch that one come in. We're going to take a look and see what will they do next as they have 4 downs to really get this one in. They're lined up in a jumbo set here. The snap, the handoff to Sanders. He's looking for a seam. Couldn't quite find one as there's no gain on the play. Young not happy. Something there as he's letting the coach know on the sidelines. 2nd and goal again from the 4-yard line. And that was a miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback. Quarterback thought it was going to be a hitch route, but the receiver ran a slant route. That's just something that will come with time. You got a rookie quarterback here and learning all of the new ropes. And shotgun here, 3rd and goal from the 4. And that's a bad read again, as it's a much harder time to pass the ball once you're inside the red zone. And Carolina's red zone percentage not looking the best as they again are going to stall out and unable to score. They do kick the field goal, and New Orleans drives down and end up scoring a touchdown, but there's only 58 seconds left. And that being said, New Orleans does have 3 timeouts. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, as we're going to try to run the clock out now. 2 yards on the play. Damn, they could get the ball back here, I think. Snap. Hand off to Sanders. He's cutting it back up the middle. Big gain. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. And here we are with another timeout. Third and 4, 50 seconds left in the game. New Orleans down to their last timeout. And the snap is counterplay. There is nowhere to go for Sanders. And they call their third and final timeout with a 4th and 7 up. What will Carolina, will they try to kick the field goal here? They do not, but it doesn't matter as Carolina comes away with the victory. They're going to win this one 20-13. Close game, but Bryce Young showing why he was the first overall draft pick in this year's draft as he shows up big in a primetime game when it mattered the most. Wow. And Bryce Young, 216 yards, 1 touchdown, 56% completion percentage. We'll take a look at some additional stats here. 98.1 on the rating, 14 for 25. No interceptions, too. Average was 8.6, the longest 43. Rushing the ball, Sanders with 22. I forgot Dalton was with the Carolina. 22 attempts, 115 yards, and a touchdown. He had a 65-yarder that he broke. It's just something. That's amazing. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. This was a doozy. This was a really good one. I was really glad we had a bounce-back game after week 1. You know, he had to get the nerves out of him, and he played really good today. No interceptions, had a couple of batted away passes, but, you know, and a couple of miscues. That's okay, though. We're learning. We're getting familiar. He's a rookie. I'm a rookie. We'll get it all figured out, right? And, guys, if you enjoyed this one, this was a really good episode. I really enjoyed I had fun with this one. So if you enjoyed it, too, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to here and you like football and you like the player lock franchise, you like Bryce Young, any of that, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal. That's any YouTuber's goal, right? Leave a comment down below. If you like baseball, I also have an MLB The Show, Road to the Show with Kyler Murray. We're on the Oakland Athletics in the majors his rookie year, so that's a really good one. We're alternating episodes between this and that. So tune into that. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, I hope I see you back soon. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace.